Hey guys, how's it going? Ghostly Rich here with another video today. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go over things to look for when buying a new car head unit. You might know this is a stereo or a deck or whatever names they use these days. So, things that you should start to look for if you are starting to look for a deck is, of course, for things on the back and stuff, is you usually want to look to see if you can have satellite radio if you're interested in that. You can get XM and you can get Sirius, which I also have in here. I don't really use Sirius a lot, but it's just a cool thing to have. When I was putting everything in, I figured I'd put it in because I used to get Sirius for free. I don't anymore, but it's always good to have. Why pull it out, right? I've already got it all wired in. The other thing that you might want to look into when you're buying a deck, of course, is steering wheel controls. If you have them, usually you have to buy a extension piece like a pack module, so that way you're able to use your steering wheel controls. If you have like a old school, GM or Pontiac and stuff like that, you'll probably need that chime module, which can range, I think they're around $100, $150, which you need so that way you keep the chime in your car. And I think there's a couple other reasons. I think one of them being the airbags. I'm not 100% sure, but that's one reason why you're supposed to have the chime module. And then, of course, if you have OnStar and the MySync stuff, it gets also very expensive. But if you've got a newer Ford and stuff, you're probably not going to be switching your deck. Just something for you to consider there. Also, when you're looking at the deck, you also want to consider how many RCAs it has on the back. If you're going for a DVD deck, maybe you want to be putting screens, like those screen headrests in. Make sure you have enough video outs for that. You can always get a Y branch cable, so that if you only have one video out, which I'd be surprised, you can just, Y branch 2 RCAs to the headrests and you're good that way. And of course, you want to be looking for high-level outputs for if you're going to be running amplifiers. And also, just so you can kind of go through and think about it, think about if you're going to be doing a 4-channel amp and, say, a subwoofer amp, because that means you'll need 3 pairs. You have to make sure you're looking at this, because some people will only buy one with either one set of RCAs, which means it's only going to run on a subwoofer, or if you're going to be running of course, a 4-channel and the subwoofer, you're going to need 3 pairs. So keep in mind, even if you're saying to yourself, nah, I'm not going to put a subwoofer in, I'm not going to do this, I can tell you later on, you might want to upgrade your speakers, and it's always nice to amp them because you get more crisp sound, and by the time you're done, the audio is just amazing. So you definitely want to look at your RCAs on the back and stuff like that. Also, you want to look for Bluetooth. Bluetooth is another thing. I have the microphone up there, as you can see, sort of. And the reason why you want Bluetooth is because, well, you get a fine if you get caught talking on your cell phone. You don't really, some people are like, oh, I don't talk when I have my cell phone on me, blah, blah, blah. But I can tell you now, it's always nice for if you can't find someone's place or you get lost, being able to, make that 5-second call, or sometimes it's an important call, you can always answer it that way, and it's really easy. You can even program, if you have steering wheel controls, a button to answer your phone calls, which is always nice. Now, next thing you want to go into, and this is what's the most important for me, Equalizer. The reason why is because this is going to say how you can adjust your sound. If you just have these modes like super bass, powerful, and all that other stuff, but it doesn't allow any personal customization, I could never live with a deck like that. I only bought one deck that was like that, and I returned it pretty much the same day I got it, because I really need the adjustment, and you will too. When you're tuning stuff for your ear alone, it's really important to be able to have that adjustment. You'll definitely regret it if you don't. So that is one major thing that you want to consider. Of course, the next is make sure you can live with the button layout. With me, I don't like having the little knob thing and everything right here, so that's why I went with a 7-inch Pioneer here, because I like how it's just a strip of button, everything's touch screen. I can pretty much operate it in my sleep. It's no, there's no tricky things. Some of the newer Pioneers around this year, which is this year, they have that big dongle switch for switching stuff. If you look at a 2012 deck from Pioneer, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's got this huge switch on it. It looks like a swimming paddle or something. I don't know. and it's a heck of a rocker switch. So yeah, just make sure the deck's easy for you to use. Make sure that you can match your in-dash colors if you want to do that. All mine are red, that's why I've got the red setting on here. This is, once again, aesthetics. You want everything to match. It's, it all depends on how crucial you are. Well, like me, I like everything to look, synced up. I don't want something to stand out. So it's always good to be able to blend like that. So basically look for adjustments. Nothing hurts like adjustments. One thing that I've gotten used to now is having a rear-facing USB. I find that this is really nice because then you can relocate your USB. As you can see, I have a thumb drive right here in your glove box, and I think that's like probably one of the best features of having a rear-facing USB, because as you know, and I'm sure you've been told, police officers now, if you have even your phone in your cup holder, you can get a fine, because they can, if they see that you've texted or some sort of activity or anything, they can basically give you a fine. Unless you dispute the ticket, it can be a bitch. So just just something to keep in mind. It's really nice if you can hide the MP3 player that you're using. Of course, another feature to look forward to is Bluetooth streaming. So you can stream your audio from your phone. This will kill your battery on your phone a little bit quicker, I've noticed, and the audio quality is really bad. It's up to you, but some people, it's an option you have to use. Also, you need to consider what phone you're using these days. Like this, it will sync with an iPhone, but it won't sync with my Android, so that's why I've converted to a thumb drive. It's kind of nice because now I don't have to worry about plugging my phone in. I do have this also Bluetooth synced with my phone, but like I said, I'm an audio nut and I cannot stand my audio quality being crap, which is what it is through Bluetooth streaming. So, just another thing to consider. And of course, consider if you're going to even be using CDs anymore these days. I mean, a lot of people, they only use iTunes and they use downloading websites and stuff for their music. Now you can get cheaper decks that don't have the CD player inside it. And I mean, with this one you wouldn't think it has a CD player, but if I press eject here, as you can see, I got the CD player, I got another SD card slot here, and I have my auto mic or my auto equalizer mic, and then I'll just close this up. But yeah, as you can see, it's going through the features. Create yourself a checklist and go from there. There's so many new features to these decks, it's insane. Like this one, you can have this mix track software, and it acts like a personal DJ inside your car. It's pretty neat, especially if you listen to rap. Because if you listen to rap and dubstep and stuff, it's continuous. It's like having a DJ in your car. It's pretty sweet. If you have any questions and you're looking at decks, feel free to post in the comment section below and I'll try and help you out. Other than that, if you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much and have a great day.